A year ago, we were all still going through lockdown because of the pandemic, and that's when life had really begun to change. I think in 2021, the world has more women working than ever before in history. And in 2020, we saw how much women are needed in so many areas of life. At home, they're caretakers, caregivers, wives, mothers, daughters, cousins, sisters, and also now we are a big part of the workforce. There are more women graduating from university than men, and we are a huge part of every workforce in every country these days. So on this Labor Day, I think it's important to reflect, to take time to appreciate your worth and know that you need to be in the workforce. So many people lost their jobs, so many households lost an income or income was reduced because of the pandemic. And we are so grateful that women have been working and are a huge force and part of the labor in most countries these days, because that extra income is really helping and contributing to families and livelihoods all over the world. As women sacrifice so much, and sacrifice spending time with their families to go to work, there's a lot of guilt that goes around that. There's a lot of pressure, there's still stigma, and yet women are now thriving in their careers. So I wanted to talk a bit about how to be taken seriously in the workforce, because that's something many women still struggle with. And if you're going to be balancing these different spheres of your life, you want to make sure you're thriving in all the areas. Not that you're sacrificing time at home to go to work and you're still not moving forward in your career. As we step into the workforce more, we need to keep the path and keep the journey that the women before us have carved out and pioneered, and make sure that we continue to grow and contribute to our economies, to our homes, to our countries. So my 3 tips on how to be taken more seriously in the workplace would be: 1 is be prepared. It's important that you're well researched and you're well read and you know what meetings you're coming into, and you are very confident in your technical abilities on what your job requires of you. No matter how big or small your job is, it is your responsibility to be prepared and to make sure you show up and you're doing the best that you can every day. I know it seems like it's extra work, but I think about it as the bare minimum. I have to be prepared for my work. There's no other alternative. This is how I can show up and make the most of every day and make sure that I'm adding value in the job that I do. The second one I would say is be professional. Because women are still new to the workforce, there are a lot of old habits and cultural things that are still not completely removed from the workplace. But it's important for you to take it upon yourself to always stay professional. Be sure that you come on time, that you show up for meetings prepared, that you do not do things that are not part of your job. A lot of women get sent around their offices to get tea, to serve guests, to go and do this, yet it's not their job. It's important that you stay professional. Know what your job is and make sure you are within those lines. Don't also cross the line yourself and be in inappropriate situations. Make sure you dress professionally, you speak professionally, you carry yourself in a professional way at all times when you are at work. It's important for you to set that standard for yourself, and then that reflects off you and everyone else will treat you in a more professional way. And finally, I think it's also important to be assertive. Not aggressive, but assertive. Speak up in meetings, ask questions, give your opinion. Make sure you say no to the things that are not your responsibility. Make sure that your voice is also heard. Assert yourself. I think culturally, we are really coming from behind when it comes to Ugandan women in the workplace. We are not encouraged to assert ourselves from a young age, and yet to thrive in the workplace, you need to be assertive. If people don't know what you think or what you're about, how are they supposed to give you opportunities or to take you seriously or to listen to your ideas? You won't be able to move forward unless you learn to assert yourself. And do so without guilt or shame. You are being paid to do a job, and it is your responsibility to do that job to the best of your abilities. If you're staying quiet, you're not doing your job. If they just wanted someone to sit there quietly, they wouldn't be paying you. So make sure you assert yourself and be known in the workplace, what you stand for, the value you're bringing, the ideas that you have, the questions that you might have, and it will help you to move forward in your career. Make sure you're taken seriously so that your time taken at work has the value that you want it to. Enjoy the Labor Day break, take the rest, be guilt-free, and make sure that you keep on thriving.